Hello everyone, and welcome to Tourniquets. Today we would like to explain to you an easy way to learn how to manually subnet. Some of the reasons why you would want to learn this method is that it can come in handy while attending IT classes, as well as with helping you to quickly resolve IP subnetting issues that arise in the workplace. Unfortunately, many people find the process of subnetting too difficult to understand, but here at Tourniquets we feel that the reason for this feeling is largely due to many IT professionals teaching subnetting in an overly complicated manner. Nevertheless, in this video, we will show you how to find the IP address range of a network when you are provided with an IP address and subnet mask. Before we begin, we would just like to let you know that there are really only two main steps to this task. The first step is to create your subnet cheat sheet, which we will show you how to do. Then, you will use the cheat sheet to find your IP address range information. Now, first write 8 zeros on a piece of paper. These 8 zeros will represent the last octet of your IP address. Next, you will add the maximum number of hosts under each zero. You will then need to add the mask lengths above each zero. It is a good idea to then separate the octets, hosts, and mask lengths into their respective groups. This will help you ensure that when you are looking at your cheat sheet that you will not inadvertently use the wrong values. In order for you to be able to use this method effectively, you will need to know how many IPs are in each octet, which is vital in figuring out the IP range. Nevertheless, finding the IP range is the most complicated part of this process, and it is still easy. All you need to do to find your IP range is identify the IP mask length, the amount of hosts the mask length has, then count by multiples of your total number of hosts, starting from 0. For instance, if you have a mask length of 29, your max number of hosts will be 8. You will then count your first range, which is 0 through 7. You will then count the second range, which is from 8 to 15. Next, continue to do this until the value of your IP's last octet falls within your IP range. In this example, we will apply what we just learned to find the total IP space of network 192.168.1.12 with a mask length of 29. The first thing we want to do is isolate the three values in our chart that correspond to the mask length of 29. All of the other values no longer apply to the problem because since the subnet mask is 29, you will only count IP ranges by multiples of 8. Now, by counting multiples of 8, can you tell me which range the last octet of your IP falls into? Let's start with the first multiple of 8, which is 0 through 7. Does the last octet of your IP fall within this range? No, it does not. How about the next range, which is 8 through 15? Does the last octet of your IP fall within this range? Yes, it does. Now that you have found your network range of 192.168.1.8 through 15, you can also find the following information. Your subnet ID address is 192.168.1.8, while 192.168.1.15 is your broadcast address. All of the IPs in between are your available IPs. That was easy, right? Well, let's try a few practice questions to make sure we got the process down. Also, please pause the video during each question to give yourself time to figure out the answer because the answer will be shown immediately after I have finished asking the question. Question number 1. What is the IP range of 192.168.1.4 with a mask length of 29? If you chose 192.168.1.0 through 7, then good job. Question number 2. What is the IP range of 192.168.1.60 with a mask length of 27? If you chose 192.168.1.32 through 63, then good job. Question number 3. What is the IP range of 192.168.1.187 with a mask length of 25? If you chose 192.168.1.128 through 255, then good job. Before we end this video, we just wanted to show you this chart again to give you a chance to copy, or take a screenshot of it. Well, I hope you all have found this video to be very informative, and please show your support by clicking the subscribe and like buttons. See you next time.